Hi everyone, to see you again in Unit 12. It's never too late. In this session, we're going to discuss about determiners. Okay, have you ever learned and studied about determiner before? Yeah, I strongly believe that it is not really quite new to everyone, since you may have already learned about this one in Unit 6, alright? So in this part, we're going to go and clarify some part of those things. Okay, so without further delay, we are to go and learn about it together. It's never too late to do things, alright? Just start. Here are the learning outcome. We are, after completing the sharing, student will be able to apply determiners accurately. Applying here, then everyone will apply it in all of the 4 macro skills: speaking, writing, and listening. Okay, you will learn it well here. And there are parts of practice, relative exercises practically in the textbook or which cover in this session. You will see the exercises in the Google Classroom. Just go through the page and you also can do it in your textbook, all right? Okay, so without further delay, we just move and see determiners. So this part you also can see it in your textbook on page 152. You just see in your textbook there. Okay, this everything just scrap out from your textbook and to put on this slide. So okay, when we're talking about determiner, there are 2 kinds of determiners, right? There are 2 kinds of determiner in this part. So the first kind identify things like article, earn, or the, alright? And the other one about possessives or possession, you can see. Possessives like my, yours, our, theirs, her, something that we call like a possessive adjective, alright? And the other part about demonstrative. This, that, those. This, those, okay, those things that we call like demonstration, demonstrative. Or you can call one like demonstrative adjective about those things. Just use it to point out things, right? The second kind are quantifiers, expressing how much or how many. All right. So the first one we call like identify thing. The second one, or second kind, we call it like quantifiers that express how much and or how many, like some, any, or no. Okay, this is just talk about the not exactly or particular number, but we just use some, any, or no, or something. Each, every, either, neither. Okay, those things that can show. Much, many, more, and most. Okay, little, less, and least. Right? It can be optional, a little, or less, or least in here. A few of shoes, shoewear, and shoewares. Okay, 1 or 2 things. Enough, or several, all, both, half, another, and other. So we can say like all of these things, okay, determiner that express quantity deal with within unit 6, okay, that you have already learned in that part. Okay, so in short one, we can say there are two kind of determiner. The first one is just identify things. The second one are quantifier that show about or expressing how much or how many, like all of these things as an example, right? Okay, so we are going to go and discuss each item briefly, like each and every day. Okay, each and every day are usually used with singular noun. All right, singular noun. Each can be used to talk about two or more people or things. Every is used to talk about three or more. All right. So remember this one. Each, you can say each can use to talk about two or more people or things. Every is used to talk about three or more, right? So the special thing in here. Each start from two. Every is start from three or more, right? Okay, you can see the example. Every or each time I come to your house, it looks different. Every time I come to your house, it looks different. Or each time I come to your house, it looks different. So remember about the use of this one, right? Each start from talk about two or more thing or more time, right? Every, three or more. Okay, the second example you can see each bedroom in our hotel is decorated differently. Or every bedroom in our hotels is decorated differently. So there is no unique. We can say from room to room are different. All right. So this thing about each. In many cases, each and every can both be used with little different in meaning. Okay. Each and every can both be used with little different in meaning. For example, like okay, we prefer each if we are thinking of people or things separately. We are thinking of people or things separately, one at a time. We use every if we are thinking of the thing or people all together as a group. Okay, so each just separate, every just together as a group. For example, like each student gave the teacher a present. Each student gave the teacher a present. So one by one, you mean all of the students they just have their own present to 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 give it to the teacher. Okay, the second example you can see like every every policeman in the country is looking for the killer. Every policeman in the country is looking for the killer. So the policeman in here, every policeman, they work as a team. They keep finding the killer together in here. The same killer, a group of policemen. Okay, so the second usage of this, remember we can say use each to talk about thing or people's separately. Every usage to talk about thing or people all together or in group. All right. Okay. So that's it. Let me just move to the next one. Okay. Next one to talk about enough. Enough. I have enough thing to eat. Okay. Enough. Not plenty of. Not less thing to do. When enough is used as a determiner, it comes before the noun. When enough is used as a determiner, it comes before the noun. Okay, for example, like we haven't got enough food. Okay, so enough and food. So food here is a noun in here, right? So we do not have enough food. So this part that we can say must just enough must stand before noun when it act as the determiner in here. All right. Okay, when it is used as an adverb, it comes after the adjective and adverb or a verb. So enough, the other function or part of speech, it can be an adverb, and you can recognize it. It just stands as the adjective, adverb, or verb. For example, like your homework isn't good enough. Okay, good enough. So good is what? Good is adjective. All right. So this part it just stands as a adjective. Okay, enough. I couldn't run fast enough. I couldn't run fast enough. So fast here is adverb. So enough just stand as the adverb in here. You don't exercise enough. Exercise here is as a verb in here. You don't exercise enough. All right. So in short one, we can say like enough. When enough just used as the determiner, it must stand before noun. When enough is used as an adverb, it will stand as an adjective, adverb, and or verb. All right. So that's it about this thing. Okay, let's move to the next one. We should move to articles. So articles is not quite new for everyone, but this part we will discuss and remind as well as review everyone regarding to the usage of article in and or even zero article in here. So the use of article is complex as there are a lot of small rules and exceptions. Here is the basic rule. Okay, a lot of exceptions regarding to the usage of the article, small rules, right? Earn, okay, we use it or earn to refer to a singular countable noun, which is indefined, indefinite. It's not a particular thing, right? Either we don't know which one, or it doesn't matter which one. We are not sure, not refer to the particular thing. They live in a lovely house. Okay, we don't know which one. Lovely house. How lovely it is. I'm reading a good book. Good books. A lot of good books. So we don't know which one. She's expecting a baby. We don't know which one. Or no matter which one, whether a boy or a girl is fine for that. Expecting a baby. We don't know whether a baby is a boy or a baby is a girl in here, in this part. Okay, number 2, we use as and earn with the profession. She is a lawyer. She is a teacher. She is an accounting, for example, right? So earn can also use with profession. Okay, that's it about earn. Let me move to the next one. We're going to discuss about the. Let's just go and see the basic rule of the in here. We use that before a singular or plural noun. Okay, both singular or plural. And about we just use and talk about a singular noun, but here we can use to talk about both a singular or plural noun. When both the speaker and the listener know which noun is being referred to. Yeah. Okay, when the speaker and listener they understand which one that they refer to, they can use that. Like, they live in the greenhouse opposite the library. You got it? So they live in the greenhouse opposite the library. So which greenhouse? It's just opposite the library. Then both the speaker and the listener they understand about this one. The book was recommended by a friend. So which book? Okay, it's just the one that recommended by a friend. Mind the baby. She's near a fire. I mean, be careful the baby. Or take care of the baby. She's near the fire. So what you can see the baby just she walk or move nearby the fire. Everyone can see. I'm going to the shop. Do you want anything? So you know which shops in here, right? I'm going to the shops. Do you want anything? I'll see you in the pub later. So the speaker and the listener understand which pub that they are going to go to. Where's that? In the garden. Okay. Everyone, I mean the speaker, both the speaker and the listener understand which garden in here. Or only in the garden. In the house, just there's only a garden there. So everyone can recognize that. We use that when there is only one, like the world, the river Thames, and the Atlantic. So when the thing that just has only one, we just use that. The moon, the world, the sun, the river Thames, just only one, and the Atlantic just only one in the world. So we use that when there is only one. Okay, we use that for certain places which are institution, which particular place is an important. For a certain place which are institution, which particular place is an important. Okay, we went to the cinema or theater last night. The cinema or theater last night. Okay, so institution, the place. Okay, we are going to the seaside. All right, the seaside. A certain places, the seaside in Cambodia. Where? When we talk about the seaside, everyone start to learn that in front of the royal palace. All right, so the particular thing. So in short one, we can say that can use it before both a singular noun or plural noun. Okay, whenever the speaker and the listener, they know which nouns being referred to. And the second one, we just use that to talk about there's only one in the world. To talk about the thing that has only one in the world. The second one is to talk about the certain places which are institution. Okay, everyone just recognize which one is it. Okay, that's it about the article that. Let's move to the next one. Followed by the, we use to introduce something for the first time. When we refer to it again, we use that. Okay, so when we talk about this one at the first time, we use it, and the second time we will use that in here. All right. So for the first time, we use it, and we refer to it again. We can say we use that there. I saw a man walk a dog in the park today. The man was tiny and the dog was huge. You got it? So a man, the first time they use it, and the second time they use that in here, and a dog, the second time to the dog this part. All right. So that's it about followed by the followed by the. Use when you speak about the first time, you use it, and the second time you use that. Let's move to zero article. We use no article with plurals and uncountable nouns when talking about things in general. Okay, we use no article with plural and uncountable noun when we talk about things in general. For example, computers have changed our life. Okay, so since it's about general computers, no, love is eternal. Okay, we don't know what it is. The uncountable noun is eternal. Dogs needs a lot of exercise. Dogs in general, right? I hate hamburgers. Hamburgers in general, not specific or particular burger there. Okay, so now I recall with plural and uncountable noun when talking about thing in general, right? Next, we use no article with meal. How you had lunch yet? Come around for dinner tonight. But we had a lovely lunch in an Italian restaurant. It's okay. Use article with meal, lunch, dinner. We cannot say a dinner or a lunch, but we also can use we had a lovely lunch. A lovely lunch in an Italian restaurant here. Okay, so that's it about article. So the sharing to come to the end. We can say like when we're talking about determiner, there are two kind of determiner. Okay, the first determiner we just use it to talk about identifying things. Okay, like this, that, those, right? Like demonstration, like about what? About possessive adjective, right? Possessive demonstrative adjective. Okay, those things that we talk about the first part, and the second part we just use it like a quantifier that express about how much or how many. Okay, and the other part that we just discussed recently, just about article. Okay? There are two kind of article: the and the. And there are other special parts. Okay, some part you no need to include the article in that part when we talk about things in general, or about lunch, or about food, or meal. We can say meal, right? Like lunch, dinner, or something in here. Okay, that's it about what we have discussed today. And if you have some question or feedback, or you just want to share, just share it in the class, or even comment it in the video, or even in the Google Classroom. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you. Good luck.